My name is Marilia, and I'm the ambassador of Art Science Museum. I was just wondering if you have seen my cat. No? I lost my cat. It is nowhere to be found. But never mind. You see, even in our museum, we have seen different cats in here. But I still cannot find my cat. It's still missing. I love cats. I have had several pets and my favorite are cats. Today, we'll be showing artworks from our past exhibitions that feature our feline friends that proved that some can be quite mad and mysterious, and some maybe be living or dead, and some that are simply lost, just like my missing cat. With that, welcome to the session of our virtual tour titled, Did You See My Cat? The first feline we'll be talking about today is quite a magician. It could appear and disappear at its will. Has a wide grin and is a little mad. In fact, he thinks we are all just as mad. It is none other than Shosha Cat from Wonderland. Wonderland was one-of-a-kind exhibition which followed Alice's journey through popular culture and invited us to take a trip through the looking glass. This exhibition was showcased at Art Science Museum from 13 April to 22 September 2019 and developed by Australia Centre for Moving Image in Melbourne. Visitors had the opportunity to discover how artists and filmmakers have portrayed Alice and her story for over a century, drawing together a remarkable selection of original behind-the-scenes materials. Wonderland included over 300 artifacts and objects included first edition books, drawings, original costumes, films, magic lanterns, projectors, animation, and puppetry. The exhibition used theatrical sets, bold interactive environments, eye-catching props, and amazing audiovisual artworks to conjure up the surprising and magical world of Alice and her adventures, including the different characters in the story, such as Shosha Cat. I personally love the bold colors such as the bright purple chosen by Mary Blair, who was the Disney's animation designer who drew the Shosha Cat. The Shosha Cat is representing almost every film version. It starts from the first Alice in Wonderland film in 1903. He was a lovely but tricky feline as he growls when he is pleased and wags his tail when he is angry. In fact, sometimes the entire cat disappears, leaving only the grin behind. As I am getting more and more curious about Wonderland, I remember I'm still in a mission to look for my missing cat. I highly doubt my missing cat will be found here in Wonderland. Let's move on to the next place that it's buried deep underground, spanning the borders between Switzerland and France. And it's the largest scientific experiment ever constructed. It's the world of particle physics that is the Large Hadron Collider. Collider was a landmark exhibition for Art Science Museum that was exhibited on 14 November 2015 to 14 February 2016 and presented by the renowned Science Museum in London. The Large Hadron Collider is a huge machine. The researchers inside the machine study subatomic particles such as protons. They collide protons all day long in hopes to break them apart to discover some more parts of the atoms. These collisions may also help to discover the secrets of the universe as well. The exhibition drew on new technology, theater design, and a stunning immersive set to explore some of the most fundamental scientific issues of our time. Witness the spectacular collision among particle beams accelerating at the speed of light in the Large Hadron Collider. Through an immersive experience with specially designed soundscape and video art, visitors travel to the recreated site of CERN, European Organization for Nuclear Research. It felt as though I have traveled through the corridors and tunnels as the exhibition's recreation of its office space and laboratories inside the facility. Oh, look, someone lost their cat too. Please return dead and alive to Schrödinger. It was the lost cat poster. Schrödinger was an Austrian physicist awarded the 1933 Nobel Prize in Physics, along with the British physicist Paul Dirac, for the discovery of new progressive forms of atomic theory. Well, maybe you think, what was a cat doing in the corridors of CERN? This famous mental experiment of Schrödinger tried to explain the theory of the superposition in quantum physics. We put a cat inside a box with some unstable dispositive, with gunpowder that has a 50% chance of blowing up in the next minute and 50% chance of nothing happening. So until we look in the box, we don't know whether the cat is dead or alive, and when you do look, it's either dead or alive. But if you repeat the experiment enough times with enough cats and that kind of dispositive, we'll see that half of the time the cat survives and the half of the time the cat dies. The quantum mechanic interpretation is that before we look, the cat is in a superposition. It's both dead and alive, and our act of finding out is exactly why our curiosity kills the cat. Now, I'm curious as to where my cat is. How else can I locate my cat? I actually know a website that can help locate my cat. It's another experiment called I Know Where Your Cat Lives. The artist Owen Moot created this web-based data visualization artwork for another exhibition at Art Science Museum called Big Bang Data. Big Bang Data was exhibited from 21st May to 16 October 2016 and explored how data is reshaping the world through the works of artists, designers, journalists, and visionaries. It asks whether we really understand our relationship with data and explore the meaning and implications of data for our future. The experiment I Know Where Your Cat Lives visualized samples of 1 million pictures of cats on the world map. Each image was accessed by publicly available software provided by popular photo sharing websites. This project explores two uses of the internet. One that promotes sharing for the sociable and humorous appreciation of domesticated felines, and one in which the status quo of personal data usage is exploited by startups and international mega corporations, who are riding the wave of decreased privacy for all. I Know Where Your Cat Lives does not visualize all the cats on the net, only those public cats that have allowed the experiment to track where their owners have been. This reminds me how easy and accessible our data and photos are on the web, and how the artists sought to showcase how readily available social media users' information and snapshots are to the general public. Nevertheless, I do post my adorable cat's photos online, which reminds me, what was it the photos of my cat that I have posted publicly? Did someone manage to find my cat before me? Oh well, where could be my cat? Would it have made its way across the rainbow bridge by now? This is so sad. I would want to see it buried at least. I mean, if you look way back in ancient times, the pharaohs of ancient Egypt would be buried along with their mummified pets, including cats, dogs, monkeys, and they believed these animals would share an afterlife with their owners. I remember there was an Egyptian mummified cat at Treasures of Natural World exhibition. Art Science Museum was home to treasures of the natural world from 25 November 2017 to 29 April 2018. It was a wonderful collaboration between Art Science Museum and Natural History Museum in London. Art Science Museum brought the very best from the museum's rich and important collection in the hotly anticipated exhibition that showcases the most significant treasures of the natural world. Each prized treasure is a marvel that reveals a story of adventure and exploration defined by curiosity and discovery. Featured in this exhibition were scientific specimens and animals from the natural world, boasting a rich record of nature, works of art, gems, and minerals, and the manuscript and collection belonging to some of the world's greatest scientists, including both Charles Darwin and Alfred Russel Wallace, discoverers of evolutionary biology as we know it today. This special cat is a treasure at itself. It's a very small and fragile specimen, and it's over 2,000 years old. Cats also were buried in cat cemeteries, sometimes in specially made cat-shaped coffins. Embalming an animal to become mummified would have taken great skill and time. Many mummified cats were found at the goddess Bastet's temple in the city of Bubastis, where the popularity began. But it would be really sad to see my cat go because she's such a great friend to me and is part of my family. Oh, wait. There she is! Silly me, she was taking a nap behind the cupboard all this while. Nonetheless, it was very fun to revisit some of the felines which were exhibited at Art Science Museum. And that you have learned a few things today. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for more.